bass. Bass. everybody. It is live stream Saturday again, directly from the Joe is Hungry channel. It's been a week. I think I've knocked out a couple videos this week. The most recent I just dropped just a few hours ago. I slammed Taco Bell again. It seems like 4 out of 5 places lately have been getting sub 5s, and that disturbs me. I mean, truthfully, a video doesn't seem to perform as well when it's a negative video. But what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do like everybody else and give them a 9? Oh, they've got a 10. No, we're not going to do that. If they don't put these things out at a decent temperature, that's kind of a big deal, you know. Just not a good practice. And I really don't know what happened with that. Anyway, hello, everybody. I'm glad everybody is here. We've got a bunch of people coming in. Maybe it's because we're going to check out Meat Mountain. I only got one this time. I'm going to tell you straight up, I only got one. I really, really wish I'd have got 2 so I could sit there and dissect it and see everything that is in it. Let me say hello to everybody first. Is my audio working? Tell me, do I have good audio here? The camera's out of focus. Okay, well, we can take care of that. How's that? Focus better? Here, see if this doesn't help it a little bit. How's that? Better? We got audio? Do we have clear video? Tell me now. Yeah, sometimes it'll do that when I'm 5x5. Yes, good. For once, I didn't trash the live stream when I started it, like I did the last time. I know what I did wrong. It's over. I want to thank JRM, just gave me a tier 1 sub for 10 months. It is much appreciated. I also had, let me see, who else? Kringle McGringleberry gave me a sub. I appreciate that. That's on the Twitch side. I love my Twitch people. Anyway, how is everybody? Okay. I just want to make sure everything's good before we move on. I'm going to say hello to everybody on the YouTube side. We got 700, B.A. Birdshot. Hey, Birdshot, what's up? Brenz, Chubby, Maya Wubby. Yeah, I remember that one. Demi and David, DJ, Ewan, Go, Ghostfish. I wonder what came up with that one. That's a pretty good one. Mal, Maverick, Not Lemon, Peaky, Pizza Steve from the Discord, correct? Did you get to go to Massey's today? If you are indeed the correct Pizza Steve, I want to hear all about it. Roselle, Strike, Z, Zombie Side. How are y'all doing tonight? It is good to see you. Wow. What do we do today? There's plenty of people here. I guess we can go ahead and get started with the review. This is how we're going to do it. First, I'll tell you what all is supposed to be in it, and I'm not going to dissect it to try and figure it out. We're going to take a look at it, compare it to its photo. I can tell you this is not really a hot sandwich. Most of the ingredients are cold. In fact, I dropped the meat probe in it when I picked it up, and we had a temperature somewhere around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now remember, when our cold cut temperature range is like 35 to 45. You know, if it's like really, really cold, it's frozen. If it's really, really warm, it's Houston. We have a problem. Yeah. So it does all right. I could feel the warm spots in it because there is some stuff in it like the chicken strips, you know, the chicken tenders, what they call them, as they put that in there. It's basically every meat that they have. Now, the Meat Mountain has evolved over the years. At one point, they were putting a crispy fish fillet in it too, on top of everything else. I think they've dropped that though. That I haven't seen that in there. You know, and I got the ingredients for it. It's supposed to have 2 chicken tenders, roast turkey, ham, corned beef, brisket, Angus steak. Interesting. I didn't know they had Angus steak. Roast beef, bacon, Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, and pepper bacon. Interesting. Didn't know about the pepper bacon. But, you know, I did a review on this way back when, like 4 years ago, maybe even a little bit further. It was like one of the 40th review. This was before my channel had matured, where I do a differential weight test. And I got 3 and checked 3 temperatures to make sure I had a good specimen. It's before I did any of that. I'm not even sure if I meat thermometered this thing when I picked it up back then. And I don't know if y'all want me to try and eat this whole thing or not. I'm probably not going to, because I'm on a diet and I really don't want to down a whole 1,000 calories in one day. It sets me back for days when that happens. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I picked this thing up. I went inside and got it. And believe me, they were quite proud of that sandwich. They offered to let me come take a photograph of it before they wrapped it. I said, just don't wrap it too tight and crush it, because I want it to look as good as it can possibly look when I compare it to the photo. But I'm kicking myself for not getting 2, because I would have took the second one and took it all apart and counted all the meats in it. But I am going to weigh it, but I'm going to weigh it after I show it to you, because I only have one, and I really don't have a way of setting the tare on the scale, so I'm just going to throw it on there raw. Anyway, chocolate egg, how are you doing tonight? Zombie side? Yeah, we are. That is what we're doing today. Don't do that to yourself, Joe. The sandwich seems like a crime against humanity. Well, I really liked it when I did it that one time, because I've been down on Arby's for years, because Arby's used to have real roast beef shaved. I mean, real thing. And I remember those days, but it became too expensive, so now they use chopped, pressed, sliced roast beef. So they grind it all up, smash it into a blob, cook it, and then send it out to the stores, and they shave it. I mean, it tastes okay. I don't really have a big problem with it, but I just felt like they kind of cut us short a little bit, but I don't really see where they had a choice. Yeah. So that's what's in it. This thing is supposed to have 1,030 calories. Now, you all want to see the nutritional information on it? I can show that to you. I guess I can. Nate, why don't you go back to where Massey's is? Massey's is in Ohio. I don't want to live in Ohio. I don't like the weather there. It kind of sucks. Anyway, going through the nutritional information, if you care. Do you want me to read through the nutritional information? Tell me now. There shouldn't be much of a delay in typing that to me. Show me the meat facts. The meat facts. Let's go back and look for the meat facts. Hold on 1 second. There's my scale view. La la la. Huh. Oh, there we go. That's what we want. And then we go over here to... Yeah, okay, you can read along with it. It takes 1,030 calories, total 51 grams of fat. That's not terrible, but this is almost all protein. Trans fat, 1.5 grams. I mean, no, this thing is not particularly good for you. Sat fats, 20. Cholesterol, I didn't expect the cholesterol to be that bad. It's 225 milligrams. Sodium, 3640 on the sodium. Anybody out there happen to know what the daily requirements are for sodium for a human being, an adult or a small adult? Try 2,300 grams. Now, statistically, most Americans will down about 3,500 grams a day. That's normal. So basically, if you eat one of these, hide the salt shaker. you don't want any more sodium in your system than that. Sugars, 8 grams, yada, 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 whatever. And protein, 87 grams. What do you think? It's all protein. It is a meat sandwich. Yeah. So there's the stats. Back in 2019, this thing cost $10.70. That's what I paid for it back then. I remember very clearly what I did. Today, I bought it for $14. Now, if you wanted to get one of these, make it a combo meal, it's going to chip you for $18. So yeah, there. Arby's comes with serving weights. I'm going to get to comments and everything a little bit. I want to get through this real quick because I'm hungry. I am hungry, serious hungry. I didn't really eat anything because I knew this was coming today. Yeah. Arby's has serving weights in their nutritional information. In fact, you saw it up there. This thing is supposed to weigh in at 406 grams. And if you do the conversion, it's going to weigh 16.23 ounces. Now, if you break out the calculator, in fact, I need my phone because we're going to have to do some on-the-fly calculations. If you break out the calculator, and I already did this time, this thing should be a preliminary price per ounce of 86 cents an ounce. Kind of a little bit high, but not completely out of the ballpark. And we'll see what it is, the true price per ounce. I think back in, I forget what year it was, 2019 is when I reviewed this. I think it was, if I went back and broke it down, it was like 63 cents an ounce. But we're going to figure that out in just a minute. 1 pound of salty meat. You know it. Are y'all ready to see this thing? But before I start, I need to ask you something. Do you want me to cut it in half? Yes or no? Cut it in half so you can see a cross section, because I only have one. So when I bite into this thing, I'm going to be eating half of it, because I'm going to take a bite. So you all want me to cut it in half. I see one yes. I see two yeses. JRM, I'm listening. Cringe, or Kringle, I'd call you cringe. I don't know why. 3. Is YouTube here? Is YouTube gone to sleep on me? Yes. Maverick. Okay, so we're all right. I just want to make sure y'all are there. Cut it out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to unwrap it and take a look at it and compare it to its ad photos. And you tell me what you think. Hyper, please notice me. Okay, you're noticed, Hyper. I can't say your name. Y'all come up with some of these names that will not come out of my mouth. Anyway, got it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this is. What we got. It's packed kind of loose. I asked him not to smash it when I did it. So let's go ahead and open this thing up very carefully and see what it looks like. I have not looked at this, by the way. Sweet. I'm seeing 2 chicken strips. I'm seeing their ham, roast beef. There's a little hunk of something there. Well, let's let that go. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up here. And we'll just take a quick look at that. Let's go over to this view. I don't want to go to the scales view. And let's cut our nutritional information off. Okay. This is what it... Okay, now we see what it looks like. We'll go ahead and rotate it around without dropping it and tearing it apart. And then we'll switch over here. And this is what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to say that it really doesn't resemble its ad photos very well. I think they have a little bit of ad photo puffing going on. What do you think? I used to say fluffing, but we all know what fluffing is, and that was actually the wrong term. Next thing you do, now we've seen how much it's supposed to weigh. It's supposed to weigh a pound, 16 ounces, 0.23. We'll see what they did. Maybe we'll discover why it looks a little different. It's got its bacon on there. I'm betting it's probably the bacon, because they've left something off. Anyway, are we ready to see what the scales are going to look like? Are we ready for the scales? I don't know why they do that. I don't know why. It just makes no sense to me why they but they all do it, or almost all of them do it. There's a couple of exceptions. If you look at Massey's Pizza now, they're not puffing. That is actually how that pizza looks. Especially if you show you the one before they cut it, where it kind of makes this big old blossom of pepperoni. It is wonderful. But y'all need to look at that at some time. Yeah. It's not way far off. I mean, they did a good job on it, and I am definitely going to eat some of this. 107 people coming into YouTube. I am famous today. Anyway, let's take a look here. Are we ready to weigh? Show me yeses, so I know, because there should be almost no delay between when I talk and when you put your thing. I've taken the delay off of. Okay, thank you very much, Jerem. Appreciate that. Y'all keeping me straight. I think YouTube's just gone to sleep. Anyway, let's go on over to scales view and take a look here. Scales are already on. Let's see how much this thing actually weighs. It weighs 15.85 ounces. It's supposed to weigh 16 ounces. Not that terribly far off, but that is not uncommon lately anyway for Arby's. They've fell on their face pretty bad a couple of times with some of the things they've done. Anyway, so we know what that is. So we'll pick this bad boy up again, set it here, and I'm going to break out the Joe is Hungry calculator and figure out what it's actually costing me. So we got, let me see, how much does this thing weigh? Okay, so this thing is $14. There, 14. Come on, Joe. Divided by 15.85. On the grand scheme of things, not that big a difference. It's 88 cents an ounce as opposed to 86 cents an ounce. So they didn't cheat me too bad. I think the next thing, it'll correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be forgetting anything. I guess I need to cut this thing in half and give you a transected view. There's a lot goes on when I'm doing my food review, because if I have bacon, I don't want to cut it lengthwise because then it'll tear apart when I do it. So we're going to take a look at our chicken strips. We got 2 chicken strips in here on the outside edge. It's going to make the whole thing going to want to fall apart. Thanks, guys. And we can see that it was trying to melt the cheese a little bit too at one point, but it's cold sandwich. Now, they asked me if I want it heated up. And frankly, I was kind of afraid to ask them that, because how do they heat this thing up? Do they pop it in the microwave? That would dry everything out. That wouldn't work. So I don't really understand what they were going to do. I was afraid to even ask them, really. Anyway, yeah. Birdshot did better than Hardy's Carl Jr. biscuit weight. I don't know what to make of that. It just gets not depressing, but the word would be discouraging. I've been very discouraged lately when doing reviews, because going to Hardy's after they gave me 4 cold hamburgers, I was not expecting a lot. Now, they did just barely slide over the temperature test. Biscuits were kind of dry, but they fell well short on the weight test. And believe me, it was cold that morning. If you all watch that video, and I'll talk about, let's just move on with this and I'll tell you about that. Guess what we got here? I have my knife. We are wielding a weapon. The Joe is Hungry blade is here to take care of business, boys. Yes. So, let's cut this thing in half without it falling all over the place. You see, that's the problem with doing these live, because they fall all over the place. There's no hiding it. It happens when I'm doing the videos. You'd be surprised what you can edit out. Here we go. Anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's cut this thing very carefully, because you don't want to mash it. I've got that move down, don't I? Let's take a look at this thing. Oh, yeah. Here you go. This is the cross section. Well, how's that look to you? Oh, we had a landslide over here, friends. Let's fix it while it still can be fixed. That's why I didn't want to cut it in half before I bought it, because I was afraid it'd be an accident. Let's see if we can take a little autopsy look here and see what's in here. I see one layer of bacon. I don't see any pepper bacon at all. There's only one tiny layer of bacon up on top, so they kind of shanked me on that. What else are we missing? Brisket. This might be it. No, that's ham. I'm not really sure I see any brisket on there. I see roast beef, ham. Let's take a look here, see if you can point. Here, let's not let you fall. I think I'm missing a couple, 3 ingredients. That's probably where the weight is. What do you think? I'm seeing, I'll hold it up and I'll look at this other one. Maybe there's a little layer of the brisket. I don't know. The Angus steak, I'm not even seeing that. So, not really shocked out of my gourd that things are not quite right with this. And here, we're having an avalanche. We're going to have a meat-alanche here in a minute. Let's put this thing back together. I'm very good at putting these things back together. Is it time for a bite test, friends? I'm trying to think of what else I need to do. I don't want to take it all apart, Mal. I really don't. If I had to, I would have disassembled this thing completely. No question. Oops. Didn't mean to cut you off. There you go. Are we ready for bite test? Can you make your next intro a Hatsumi Miku song? If I can get one where I don't get dinged for copyright, I'd be glad to. I got a little more bird footage too. It is. No, which one's going to do this without falling apart in my hands? That's why I should not have cut this in half. But you really can't see what's going on. Let's straighten it out a little bit, and then we got to get the bite test in. I think I can hold it. Are we ready? We've seen what it looks like. We saw how much it was. It kind of left out some ingredients, at least the ones that I found. It could have looked a little bit more like its ad photo. They need to actually look at the photo when they're putting it together, but not a terrible job. Now it's the time for the one and only, the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage. I can taste the roast beef. You can see me trying to turn my head to the other camera, right? I gotta remember, I only have one camera going. Seems like I remember the other one having a little more meat in it. Yeah, the chicken is cold. It's not really that dry. It's definitely salty. I need to take a couple more bites before we render my final verdict, and I don't have Shadow Joe to ask. Chicken lanch. Maybe if I put a little bit of horsey sauce on it, what do you think? Well, I asked Shadow Joe to do the live stream and he won't do it. I'm thinking about doing the sneaky doodle bite next time myself. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll have to ask him when we see it. That chicken keeps falling out. You think I don't have horsey sauce? I absolutely do. Thank you for the super chat. Waffle just crazy. Joe, me and my friends. Waffle just crazy and your friends. Enjoy your game. Good luck. I hope you win. I'm going to take a couple more bites and we're going to render a verdict today. I like it. I like the taste, actually. I think it could have been a little bit bigger, though. Horsey sauce. See? It's authentic. We'll get a little horsey sauce on it. And we'll call it a... I'm not going to bathe it. We just need just enough to add to the flavor. Oh, yeah. Half demon. What if Joe Prime is really the evil twin? We'll never know, will we? It's pretty good. But not great. It seems like I remember, because I think we're missing a couple major ingredients. We fell a little short on the weight test, but with the size and the ratio, it's really not that far off. It's probably less than 10%. Oh, somebody thinking this in the 8s? Okay, let's ask the first question. Is this a 9? No way. Not even close. Is this an 8? No. Because I wouldn't travel to get this. It's a novelty item. It's not even... I mean, it's just a novelty item. I wouldn't take my wife out and drive 30 miles. Just, let's go out on the date tonight. Let's go to Arby's. Yeah, that's not going to work. Then we'll go the other way. Is this thing below 5? No, I'm not gonna do that, because as far as the weight goes, that really doesn't weigh that heavily into it. If it was like another ounce and a half short, then I would nip it. So, I guess the next question. Are we in the 7 range? Seven has to be a pretty darn good sandwich. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to tease you. I'm working through this. Because when you see the video, I've already puzzled through it off camera. And I need to taste it a lot. It's kind of expensive. And I felt like it's missing a few ingredients. I mean, I could sit here and eat this thing and turn around and eat another. If y'all, I'll give you a score in a second, and I'll tell you a story. If you saw my first video, and I may have told you this already, I don't know. If you saw my first video where I actually reviewed this, and granted, my channel was very primitive then, wasn't a whole lot more than what you see out there today with the in-car reviews. That was the same time that the Burger King came out with the Impossible Whopper. So I reviewed the Impossible Whopper, but I ate a whole Whopper, a regular Whopper, and I ate an Impossible Whopper. And then from Burger King, I drove over to Arby's and picked one of these up and ate it. I was ill. I'd lay in the bed, my stomach hurting for 2 hours before I could get up and do anything and start editing. You know what? I think I'm about ready to give it a score. They kind of shanked me on the bacon a little bit. So I can barely taste the bacon. I should be able to taste the bacon. Should have had some of that pepper bacon they were talking about in the list. But who knows how old that list is. Now let's take care of this. There. Napkin. Normally, I have napkins everywhere. Was that lump in the wrap or what lump? My beautiful Latina wife loves you. Well, I'm glad somebody does today. Anyway, let's go ahead and give this thing a score. Arby's. You should have put a little more bacon on there. Both kinds. I think we're missing the Angus steak. And I really don't see any of your fake brisket in there either. So, I'm going to go 6.0. That is my number. This is my review. We are live tonight on the Joe is Hungry channel. I felt like 5 was just a little bit too low because this is a novelty item. And they may run out of things. The list that I got may be dated on what was supposed to be in it. Oh, who called it? I looking around seeing numbers go everywhere. 2.7. No, it's not 2.7. 6.0. 6.0. While I sit here and eat the whole darn thing. But yeah, the first time I did that, I was 2 Whoppers. My, how times have changed for me. I cannot ingest that much food. Because I am supposed to be on a diet. This kind of like racks my diet for the day. This probably set me back 3 or 4 days. My weight's been hovering about the same all month long. I've been kind of creeped down to about 203. I still want to be below 200. Anyway. What is that? That looks like a hunk of fat. It ain't going in my mouth. Let's do like most of y'all do. Eat the roast beef. See, they could have put more roast beef on there. There's no excuse for that. Oh, the cheese too. Yeah, it's my cheese. That's cheddar cheese. I actually like this. You know what? We're going to abstain. Would have liked to seen it a bit bigger. I mean, Arby's, make the damn thing big. Charge us whatever you want, but make it big. It's a novelty item. My goodness. That wasn't bad. I'm not so hungry anymore. I'm still hungry. I could easily finish that, and then eat some more. I like cheddar cheese. That's kind of cheap cheddar, though. It didn't have. I like a little bit more sharp, a little more sharp, and a little bit more flaky. You know that flakiness they get about the good cheese. Yeah, I've got 148 people in here. That is great. What else is going on in food news? I was going through my comments because I answer all my comments. And I had somebody that says, do a Jimmy John's wrap. Please, I'm begging you. What? Jimmy John's wraps, in my experience, are subpar. Jimmy John's is changing. Let me set this to the side. Jimmy John's is changing. I get food all over my nose. They're changing. I'm heard that they're going to be getting those toaster convection ovens like Subway has in there. What in the world they want those for? I don't know. But anyway, what is our next review? Rose? I don't know. I have one on the agenda, but it's Panera, and I have reviewed everything but Panera because I just cannot bring myself to go to Panera tonight. I just, because it's never a good deal. It is always barely warm enough to pass the temperature test, if it passes at all. And that's because it's all pre-made. They throw it in the InstaChef and toss it out the door. You could almost eat at the grocery store and pay less for that. I'm just not a big Panera fan. And but Panera's got these Asiago things that they have, and I've written a script for it. I've actually done prep work for it, and I did everything. I went back to Taco Bell like 4 days after, or a week after I just did Taco Bell, just to stay away from Panera. And I'm hoping something will pop up to keep me from going to Panera. JJ's, I just haven't seen anything that looked that appealing coming out of Jimmy John's, so I don't know. Yum Foods, Gordina. They can bite me. Yeah. Panera may have been good 20 years ago, but the people down there don't know how to cook or anything. They just reheat. And I'm not that crazy for it. Have you ever tried the NFA burger at Dunwoody? No, I have not. I've not been to Dunwoody. Dunwoody's kind of a little bit of a drive for me. Yeah, I may try that, an NFA burger. They used to have one. I went down to... what mall was that? The mall, I cannot remember. Does this live review get turned into a video? Oh, absolutely not. No way. The live review stays where it was live. I'd almost consider doing a real review on the on this one under video. In that one, I would dissect the thing all the way down to nothing. It would be an interesting review. I'm actually considering it. And again, I apologize if I fall behind in the questions. Let me stick over here and check something real quick. Oh, what else is in food news? Steak and Shake. I thought this was pretty good. Steak and Shake. I'll show you the article I read. Web browser. Let me show it to you. Steak and Shake is now cooking their French fries in beef tallow. Not the healthiest thing in the world, but I bet it tastes good. I'm almost of the mind of going over there and try, because I have not been unimpressed with Steak and Shake of late. They've actually done fairly well on the reviews. Review 7-Eleven pizza, Buck Strickland. The problem with me reviewing 7-Eleven is I don't have anywhere near as close to me. I think there's one down in Midtown Atlanta, so it's like a 60-mile run one way for 7-Eleven food that I probably won't like too well. You excited to try Popeyes and the Don Julio collab? Goated, sir? What? That makes no sense. But I appreciate it. With a banana shake. Now that would be all right. I like Panera's. I like some of Panera's soup, but you know all that is it's pre-made and they're heating it up. You know, it's not very glamorous. You know, I have done reviews for them. Anyway, let me get that off the screen. What am I doing here? I'm supposed to be operating this thing. Joe, will you be having the Oreo footlong at Subway? I kind of doubt it. I was not that impressed with. I did the other footlongs. I didn't know they had an Oreo out though. Maybe I'll do that next Saturday. What do y'all think about me doing if that is in fact a real thing? And I'm pretty sure it is. How about if I do the Oreo footlong for the food review on next Saturday? What do y'all think about that? Because that's good, because that's cool, because that's right down the street. I don't have to drive an hour round trip for the live stream food reviews. And I appreciate everybody showing up here for this live stream today. That is pretty cool. I've never been to Wawa. Beef tallow fries, get me there. Oh, I love beef tallow fries, Phil Bones. Oh, DiGiulio is a tequila company. They're doing a collab for some reason. Well, good for them. I don't do tequila. I do burgers. Whataburger, Sonic, or In-N-Out? In-N-Out. No. Yeah, In-N-Out. I've never done Costco. Costco's a long way away. Let me take a look here. I'm going to look and see if it actually exists, if y'all aren't just pulling my leg. Subway. I'd have to almost look it on my phone because, you know, Subway's website sucks. They do. Menu. Come on, boys. Show me a menu. Snacks and desserts. Oh, man, this thing is... Subway's killing me. Fairmount. Come on. Okay. It's probably going to crash. I'm crossing my... Here we go. Subway footlong cookie. What are we supposed to be looking for? An Oreo, you say? I'd do that. Nope. I don't see no Oreo. It looks like chocolate chip to me. Let me see. Each little chocolate chip. All I got is a chocolate chip here. And their website has officially crashed. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm not seeing it, dude. I'm not seeing the Oreo. Where did you see that at? Hey, Joker. Left to go to the bathroom. I came back and missed the final rating. What was it? 6.0. 6.0. That is my number. This is my review. And hopefully, y'all won't leave the live stream now that I'm done. I should have said that. That would have been cool. Hey, Joseph White. Looks like the real thing. I used to work at Subway and the food store. I'm was not impressed with. I've done their footlong cookies before, and just was not. They weren't heated all the way through. They wasn't really crazy about it. No problem, Total Joker. No problem. Microsoft Edge. Is there a Shake Shack near you? Nope, all the way to Midtown Atlanta, or otherwise I'd be there. Midtown Atlanta. I am about 60 miles from Midtown. It's kind of a long drive, and the traffic down there is horrible. They used to call me Meat Mountain at high school. Why, money? Don't you want to ask why? Yeah. You want to see Meat Mountain? If you'd have been... I just did Meat Mountain. Just reviewed it. Cincinnati style chili should be added to the list. I agree with you. Braden Dockery says, Joe, no pressure, but if you don't shout out Melissa, she's going to leave me. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for her? Shout out to you, Melissa. Do as you will. Don Julio is a popular brand. Yeah, I've heard of Don Julio tequila. It is believed that Popeyes will be doing a collaboration with this popular brand. Why would they be doing a liquor? That makes no sense. No sense at all. Stormreel. I am having a good stream. I'm enjoying it here. I got a whole pile of people. It doesn't get any better than that. A question I'd like to put to everybody, since I got so many people here tonight. I was talking with my sister tonight, and we have quite a number of people on the West Coast that watch this through Twitch. A lot of Will Neff's people. And we were wondering, I like to keep everything consistent. I was wondering, let me fix my thing here. I was wondering if it might be better if I started this stream at 9, went from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. What do you all think? Put it in the comments, because I can't read your minds through this digital universe here. What's your opinion on Bojangles? I liked Bojangles in the past. The one that I did my reviews at the last couple times sent me to the penalty box and forgot I existed. And so I am a little jaded on that. They never seem to be very busy, so I think it's a systemic thing. The problem, and we also talked to my wife about that. The problem with going later is the European people like it a little bit earlier, and then they couldn't watch, because I think some of them are watching this like at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know. 10 p.m. is when Meat starts her streams. I don't want to compete with Meat. By the way, if you talk to Meat, tell her I said hey, and tell her to look at the beginning of the video, because I wished her happy birthday a little bit early this time. So I love Meat. In fact, you can tell her I have not put her poster up on the wall yet, but I think I have a spot for it right back here. I think I'm going to take my artwork and this stuff down. I'm going to put Meat and her friends' posters up there. I want to put them where you can see them clearly every time I shoot a video, every time I stream, because I love meat. I just tell you that right now. As you can tell, I love all kinds of meat. Appreciate it. I saw her when I did that box opening. I went home and clicked it on, and bam, she's sitting there watching my stream, talking to me while I'm streaming. I was like, it was hilarious. Yeah. Joe, what do you think of Brugger's bagels? I've never had them. DJ from Oregon here. The time you started was good. I'll probably end up leaving at 8 o'clock rather than change it. And I have a special place in my heart for Oregon. I have a sister that lives up in Portland somewhere. Hadn't spoke to me in a long time, but I still have a special place in my heart for Oregon. Lemmy, 8 o'clock is more reasonable. Yeah, that way I don't cut out the European people quite so badly. I was just thinking about Twitch, because like I say, I think I have a lot of people on the West Coast from Twitch. And I picked 8 so I wouldn't be competing with Will Neff. The problem is right now with Twitch is we're not on daylight savings time. That's going to end pretty soon. And so we have 3 hours difference between here and Los Angeles. So, but when we go back on daylight savings time, and I wish they would get rid of it totally. When we go back on daylight savings time, that'll be 2 hours, and then it'll improve it some. So probably end up leaving it where it is. And I appreciate your feedback. That is so important to me that you tell me, because this is how I know what to do. Is I listen to you. I do food polls to help me pick out the food. I talk to everybody here, and I think everybody showed up to see me do the review because people are bailing out from YouTube now. Plus, it's getting up to an hour, and I usually cut this off in an hour. UK 5 hours ahead. Wow. So it's in the afternoon. Waffle House T-bone steak. William Walsh. That's an idea. Yeah. Cat Fifi is stuck in the cone tonight. Please give her PSP, I don't know what that means. Anyway, will you ever make a vlog content like some of the older videos? I don't know. It just depends. I've been concentrating on just trying to get my videos out in a good, consistent way, and not screw up in them too bad. And then we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not as easy as it looks doing a vlog style. It really isn't. Live streaming is not that easy, although I seem to be able to talk fairly fluently, or at least I think I'm talking fluently. That's the problem. I'll shoot a video, and I think I said everything right, and I'll get over there and edit it, and I'm sitting there, oh my God, I got to go back and reshoot. Have you ever done a tier list of fast foods? No, I have not. That seems like a lot of work. M. Sevda. You found me through Will Neff streams. I love Will Neff. I actually watch Will Neff streams. I watch Meat too. Meat. Love Meat. I'm supposed to do a collab with her at some point. So good. Yeah. So I have not done a tier list. Do I like Korean food? As long as it's not spicy. I do love Korean food. If it's not spicy. They don't have the corner in the market for spicy food. Now, they got a lot of spicy stuff, but I think the Vietnamese have cornered putting toxic amounts of spice on their food. I think India's food is even hotter than Vietnamese. So, yeah, I don't eat a lot of Indian food, although I'd like it if it wasn't spicy. My friend, no, can't put that in. Brugger's bagels are super. But where are they, Brugger's bagels? What state are they in? Are they even around me? I don't think so. Hey, Joe, what's your favorite home-cooked meal? Chili. My wife makes some great chili. You know, chili, by default, really doesn't have beans in it. So usually we'll make that without beans. It's pretty good. So one of my favorite things. There's a bunch of stuff that I like to eat, actually. It's hard to say. That's like people ask me, what's your favorite video that you made? I really don't have a favorite video. I like the last 150 videos look a lot better than the previous 150 videos. And even the Meat Mountain video, looking back, slightly horrifies me to watch it. But I can't watch them. Usually I'll make a video and I might watch it once a week later to see how it actually looks when I'm not have been staring at each cut for hours on end. Moroccan food is spicier than India's. Well, let's not go to Morocco and eat because. But you know, I'm beginning to tolerate a little bit of spice in my food lately, and I'm finding it actually to be a pleasant thing. I mean, Will Neff's hot sauce, I can have that. You know, I've still got Will Neff's hot sauce in my refrigerator back there. I got one unopened that I'm keeping as a memento to remember that he sent me something. Meat Lover Pizza. I like Meat Lover Pizza. The Meat Lover Thin Pizza Hut. Good way to go. I've never had Turkish food. I would like to do that. Going to India for street food, not of a spicy. I'd be afraid they would kill me with the spice. Oh, wow. Ham, jam, clam, spam. I love chili. You're my dad now. Well, that is a heartwarming thought, son. Thank you. I should travel around. I have to figure some way of traveling around. I found you through Joe Bartolozzi. Well, Joe Bartolozzi's getting a birthday shout out in the next video. I don't know if you knew that or not. Joe Bart. I love Joe Bart. If Joe Bart's watching my stream, which I doubt that he is, peace out, brother. But you will see a birthday shout out. So I'm trying to do something special because I love Joe Bart too. Joe Bart, I've had a lot of Twitch streamers have really, really helped my channel. And I'll never, ever, ever, ever forget that and never abuse that privilege. Grilled cheese pizza is way better than hot honey. Yeah, I would say grilled cheese pizza would be better. Cece's Pizza was supposed to have some spaghetti pizza, and I was going to do that, but I go on their website and it's not on the menu, and I got to have nutritional information. I got to have all my stuff. If they're not going to take the trouble to put it on their website, then I'm not reviewing it. But that actually sounded like something I would like would be spaghetti pizza, spaghetti and meatball pizza at Cece's Pizza. I read an article on that. Nowhere to be found. I would do that. Anyway, how long have you been and your wife been married? 47 years. 47 years coming up in 47 years last December. You got it. Anyway, I hope she's not watching. I'm supposed to know that. You found me from Penguin Zero in 2022. I remember that. I still remember the day that they played my video. I was editing when that happened, and I was jumping back and forth answering comments in the editing, and somebody said something about Penguin Zero, and I ignored it. And then I'm like, wait a second, let me go see who that is. And I saw it, and I fell on the floor. And I got 35,000 subs in 48 hours. I was like, I was on a YouTube intoxicated high where I just stared at the numbers with my mouth open. I remember that very good. Thought on Chili's. Haven't been to Chili's in a long, long time. I don't know. I found you organically through the algorithm. Wow, the algorithm is actually helping me. Okay, Joe, if you come to New England, I'll personally buy you Brugger's Bagel. We don't have Brugger's Bagels in Georgia, do we? Check the fan art tab in Discord. What did you all do in fan art? Hold on a second. Let me check my Discord, see what they've done. Discord. Let's go over and check. Open up Discord. Hurry up. Hurry up. Discord. Let's open up this week. I'm waiting for my Discord to open so I can see what they're talking about. Oh, here we go. Fan art. What did they put? Oh, somebody screen grabbed. This is why. Oh, you asked me to smile. I didn't see you ask me to smile. That's a good show. Oh, that's when I had Oscar Mike shirt. That's not from tonight. Sweet. Somebody put a screen grab of my live stream in my Discord. That's so sweet of them. I appreciate that. Rather than some of the stuff they put in there and we have to like ban them. I hate doing that too. Ratmost, how are you doing tonight? Washaka too. How are you doing tonight? I was going to suggesting checking out Slim Chickens like upscale Zaxby's. But the nearest is in Augusta. Oh, I used to live and work in Augusta. I retired from Medical College of Georgia in Augusta, so I'm very familiar with that. I don't know where Slim Chickens is in there, but yeah. I guess I need to break down and do a review in my car at some point. Man, as it gives me pain to do it. I need to do that at some point. Oh, man. And Brugger's is permanent. I would have drove down to Atlanta for a bagel because, it's not like getting something at Freddy's or something where you got to like eat it in the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, you need to toss it in the trash. Hot dog or hamburger? Depends on the hot dog, but hamburger. What fast food restaurant has the worst customer service? That's hard to say because, it varies from location to location. I can't think of who it really would be the worst. I guess the worst I've ever been treated would be at the cookout, but not all cookouts are bad. A lot of cookouts are really, really nice. But they have the one in Calhoun has treated me like yesterday's stepchild. You got a big Ratmos, you got a big cup of coffee and ready to party. Well, I'm not too far off of shutting my live stream off because I've been a whole hour now. We did our review. I need to come up with a review. Any suggestions for my review next Saturday before we bail out of here and take off and run away? Wingstop is the worst in Boston. Any suggestions? I take suggestions. I don't know if I'll do them or not, but it's nice to have ideas, like the Meat Mountain. I guess I could go and hunt down another off-menu item from somewhere. What do you think about that? Bravix, thank you very much for saying that. Check out my video I released today. I'm depressed because it's yet another sub 5. Sorry if you haven't watched it. I just spoiled it. Spoiler alert, guys. Yeah. Burger Inn, Chili's, Old Timer, something easy that won't die in the past when I haul it over here because everything's going to, outside of Subway, everything is going to be 20 miles out from me wherever I'm at. So you got to keep that in mind. Like Meat Mountain is essentially more or less a cold sandwich, so Meat Mountain really, really worked. It's a popular item. Need to find some hidden menu items to do next time. Joe, can you say hi to Molly, Mike, Kathy Warren, and Melvin, please? Hello, Molly, Mike, Kathy Warren, and Melvin. Shout out from the Joe is Hungry channel live stream Saturday night. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to search around for hidden menu items and pick out something that'll sound cool. And if you come up with something after this live stream is open, leave it in the comment or send an email to joeishungry@gmail.com and do that. I read all my messages. I answer every email every time. Oh, one more thing. You notice we didn't have a box opening this time. That's because nobody sent me anything. However, I get a notice every time someone sends me something through the U.S. mail when they get a thing, when they establish a thing. So I should have a box opening for next weekend because somebody in their generosity and selflessness has sent me something from Amazon. So I am hyped. We're going to have box opening next weekend and hopefully an off menu item or a hidden menu item of something that is interesting for the next stream. What do you think? Sound good? Waffle House? When was the last time you did a review on Waffle House? I think in 2018. I actually sat up on the counter, threw my cameras up on the counter, ordered my food, and had some hash browns. They were pretty good too, by the way. So that was when I was still learning. In the very early videos, I was learning. You'll see me actually do them in restaurant reviews, and I just don't do that anymore. You want me to re-review the 7x7 steak burger? That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. The 7x7. That's been a couple years since I did that. Can you say hi to my friend Dave? Hi, Dave. Shout out to Del Taco for actually serving somewhat warm food. Gordina, yeah, they did. Del Taco didn't do that bad that time because Del Taco's been really bad about serving me cold food and stuff. Hadn't been very happy with them. But they didn't do bad the last time. I had poor expectations and it wasn't that bad. Oh, I remember shooting that video too. It was snowing. Snow was like coming in the window and stuff. Something you don't see a whole lot in Georgia of. Anyway. Meat's channel name. Shout out to Meat. How are you doing? Meat on Twitch. Take a look at my video. I wished you happy birthday, and I wish you happy birthday right now. Is that better? DJ, yeah, bring back frozen food reviews. We could do that. I could do a frozen food review, although they don't seem to be as exciting. We could do that. Can you, my homie Tyler? It's not going to turn this into the shout out live stream. If you want shout outs like birthdays, email me. Check the rules in the description of my latest video. Not necessarily this live stream. I think those rules have gotten a little bit dated. Anyway, Planet Boy, I appreciate everybody coming tonight. We had a huge turnout tonight. I'm really, really surprised. That is so cool. Cool. Donuts. I don't know if I want to do donut review or not. Krispy Kreme's really the only donuts that I like to do. I've actually done a Krispy Kreme live stream donut review before. What happened to me with the donuts is the Krispy Kreme on Highway 92 over in Woodstock. They were very nasty to me. And I have not done a Krispy Kreme live stream or review since then. And I thought I would be doing a whole lot of them, to be honest with you. I thought that was the next best thing. Thank you. Tell me this is the best stream on all cable TV. Doesn't say a lot for cable TV. Of course, cable TV is probably sucking a little bit. Krispy Kreme Pop-Tart donuts. Yeah, I saw that. They come out with a different donut every week. And they're cold donuts. You can get them at Kroger. Anyway, I like the black shirt. Reminds me of the Joe is Hungry YouTube. This is the same shirt. But I tell you what. This is what's under it. I just put it on because I was chilly today. I've been a little bit cold, if you know what I mean. Anyway. Runza. Daddy-O's Donuts. I think we had some of those Daddy-O's Donuts not that long ago. We could try them. Were you an accountant before you retired? No, I was a registered nurse for 36 years. Most of it was critical care ICU nursing. Yes, sir. And I miss it and I don't miss it. I don't miss working, that's all. South Wall Street, Daddy-O's Donuts. I know exactly where that is, Joseph. I know exactly where that is. Maybe we'll give them a shot. What was a fast food item so bad you refused to eat? I've had it all. I ate them all. I almost had a gag fest at Dunkin' Donuts, but I got it down without puking. But I've never refused to eat anything. I've gotten ill before, though. I sure have. Here, I'll show you my Runza. I'm proud of my Runza shirt. I need to get a new one. I want to get my own shirt. I need to talk to my boy that gave me those Oscar Mike shirts. You know my Oscar Mike shirt? I got to get them to make my shirts. It's time. I need them. I just got to have a shirt. I'm wearing 2 shirts now. I usually don't wear 2 shirts when I do the review. I show a little skin here. But anyway, it is time to end this stream. Any last questions or comments before I end this? And as usual, when I end this, I'm going to end YouTube first, and then I'll say goodbye to my Twitch streamers that I love so very much. Anyway, I've never given a 10 rating. I had 9.8, the highest that I did Massey's Pizza. If I had the link, I would send it to you. They turned Firehouse Subs in my town into a salad shop. Worst day ever. Wow. I sad to hear. Well, I don't know. Firehouse, since the owners of Burger King bought it up, have really not been up to par. Bring my cat to the next live stream. You don't know my cats. I mean, Priscilla would eat my arm off. Oh. It's one last thing. You saw in the beginning, if you were watching the very beginning, how I had a picture of my bird bath. I was filming the birds in slow motion. Well, I was doing that this week, and Priscilla, at the speed of lightning, snatched one of those birds off and ate it. And I have that on video. She sat right in front of the camera and did it. I don't know if I should put that in my video or not, or whether that get me demonetized or not. It's kind of awful to see, so I probably won't. But yeah, that's what happened this week. Priscilla, she must eat like 3 birds a day. I mean, she ate that bird in, I swear, less than 5 minutes. It was gone. Wow. But anyway, it is time to call this to the near end. I'm going to say goodbye first to YouTube. YouTube, guys. Come back next week. I'll definitely let you know what we're going to be reviewing. We will have a box opening, or at least I hope so. It should be. It's not going to take a whole week for them to get here.